The sidewalk outside the Beverly Hills dealership buzzed with attention. A brand-new yellow sports car shimmered under the California sun. Reporters circled, influencers whispered, assistants snapped photos. That's when Nathan Carter stepped out of the showroom in a tailored navy suit, his every step confident, the kind of poise that only came from having conquered life itself. At just 26, Nathan had done the impossible, risen from foster care to tech stardom. His app had sold for 8 figures before his 25th birthday. He was polished, composed, alone, admired. Then came the scream. "My son!" Everyone turned. An elderly black woman, barefoot and shaking, pushed through the crowd. Her dress was faded, her hair streaked with gray, tied back in a messy twist. She looked exhausted, starving, but unstoppable. She stumbled forward right into Nathan. Before anyone could react, she wrapped her arms around him, pressing her cheek against his chest. Nathan froze. Phones flashed like fireworks. Her body trembled as she cried, "You're my boy. You're him. I know those eyes. I know them." Nathan's lips parted, confused. "Ma'am, I think you're mistaken." But she didn't let go. "They took you from me. You were just a baby. My baby." Her voice cracked. "I never stopped searching, not once. You looked just like your father. They said you were gone forever, but I knew you were alive. I knew I'd find you." Security approached. Nathan raised a hand. His face had gone pale. "They called you Elijah," she whispered. "I named you after my grandfather. They took you when I couldn't afford milk. One bad week, and they stole everything." People around murmured, "Is she serious? She's delusional. Why would a white millionaire be her son?" But Nathan didn't speak. His chest was tight. His heart pounded. And deep inside, he felt something real. That night he couldn't sleep. He replayed her words, her trembling hands, her desperation. He'd always known he was adopted, but the agency had told him nothing. Sealed files, no names, no photos. His birth parents were deceased or unfit. That was it. But she wasn't guessing. She knew. He went back the next morning. She was sitting on the sidewalk back against the wall, holding a crumpled photo in a broken locket. When she saw him, her eyes widened. "You came back," she whispered. "I want to talk," he said, sitting beside her. She handed him the photo. Faded, but clear enough. A dark-skinned woman holding a newborn in a hospital room. "That baby," she said, her voice shaking, "was the last time I held you." Nathan's hand shook. "Why did they take me?" "I had no one. I was working 2 jobs. I left you with a neighbor for 2 hours. Someone called CPS. They took you immediately. I fought. I did. But I couldn't afford a lawyer. They said I was unfit, that you'd be better off without me." She wiped her eyes with her sleeve. "I tried to find you, but the records were sealed. Then one day, I saw you on the news, that car, that suit, and those eyes, your father's eyes." Nathan looked down. "But I'm white, you're not." She nodded slowly. "Your father was white, blonde, just like you. We met when I cleaned office buildings. We fell in love, but he left when I got pregnant. I raised you alone until they took you." Nathan was silent. His entire past, the story he believed, was cracking apart. Finally, he asked, "Would you take a DNA test?" She nodded. "I don't want money or fame. I just want to know if you're really mine, and if I'm yours." 2 days later, Nathan walked into a private clinic. His hands trembled. Not from fear, but hope. If she was right, he hadn't been alone after all. He sat in a sterile consultation room, 2 samples on the table, one from him, one from her. The woman who claimed to be his mother, the woman whose hug still lingered in his chest. The geneticist entered, quietly, handed him 1 page. Nathan scanned it. Parentage. Probability 99.9%. He blinked. She was telling the truth. The barefoot woman outside the dealership, ignored, mocked, dismissed, was his biological mother. That afternoon he found her again, sitting in the same spot. She had a blanket on her shoulders. She didn't see him until he knelt beside her. She looked up, startled. He held out the paper. "I know now." Tears filled her eyes. "You're my mother," he whispered. "I'm your son." She covered her mouth. He hugged her. This time, he didn't hesitate. And for the first time in his life, Nathan felt something he'd never known before. Home. The media caught on in hours. Photos of Nathan walking hand in hand with Clara Williams spread like wildfire. Some tabloids mocked it. Others called it a stunt. But Nathan posted the DNA results himself with the caption, "This is my mother. She didn't abandon me. The world did." He didn't just give Clara a place to stay. He gave her dignity. She moved into his penthouse temporarily, not out of pity, but reunion. She received medical care, clean clothes, and finally, peace. In an interview, Nathan was asked what made him most angry. He answered plainly that no one believed her, that poverty made her invisible, that the system stole me and buried her alive with guilt. But most of all, that I walked this world thinking I had no one, while the one who loved me most was suffering out there. Clara never asked for anything more, but Nathan gave her everything. He built a shelter in her name, the Clara Foundation, for mothers separated from their children and for children who grew up without the truth. In the foundation's lobby, a photo hung framed. Clara, eyes closed, crying, hugging her son. Below it, a quote from Nathan, "Not all angels wear white. Some wear tired eyes, torn clothes, and carry decades of pain." Clara never stopped calling him Elijah, and Nathan never asked her to stop, because now he understood he wasn't just Nathan Carter, tech mogul. He was Elijah, a son once lost, now found. Did this story move you? Life often draws lines between people, lines of class, color, circumstance, and chance. But sometimes the deepest truths lie beyond those lines, waiting to be discovered through courage, compassion, and an open heart. This story reminds us that pain doesn't always wear a visible face, and that the people we overlook may carry the heaviest burdens. It teaches us that success without roots can feel empty, and that identity isn't defined by money, status, or appearance, but by love, truth, and connection. In a world where it's easy to judge and even easier to walk away, choosing to listen, to truly see someone, can change everything. Nathan didn't just find his mother, he found himself. And Clara, though broken by life, proved that a mother's love never disappears. It waits patiently in the silence, in the shadows, through the years, hoping for one more chance. Let this be a reminder that every person has a story, and sometimes the most unexpected strangers turn out to be family we never knew we lost. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more emotional, powerful, and unforgettable stories. Comment below where in the world you're watching from. We love hearing your stories too. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep watching.